Diane Keaton, the actress who became famous for her role in The Godfather and later starred in Woody Allen's movie Annie Hall, died recently at the age of 79. She was thought to have been previously healthy, but we've learned her cause of death is bacterial pneumonia. We've asked our medical expert, Dr. David Winter from Baylor Scott & White, to help explain this unexpected death. Dr. Winter, thank you for being with us.
Good to be with you, Morgan.
You know, pneumonia seems to be fairly common, so it was really scary, to hear this. Does it often lead to death?
Yeah, you're right. It is fairly common, and the mortality rate is low, 5 or 10%, meaning 90 to 95% of folks do well with it. Now, it's not people who don't do well with it are the very, very young, the very old, and anybody with chronic lung disease, chronic medical conditions, or a weak immune system. Now, let me show you how you get in trouble with pneumonia with my friend here. With pneumonia, the lungs tend to fill up with fluid, and you get enough fluid up in the lungs that they can't transport oxygen into the bloodstream, and that's what gets into trouble. Too much fluid, no good oxygen transport, Morgan.
Well, if we could take a step back, how do people get pneumonia? Is it contagious?
Well, we don't usually see it go from family members to other family members or people that work next to each other, but it can be contagious. So people that are coughing or sneezing, stay away from them, of course. And there are many different types of pneumonia. You mentioned bacterial pneumonia. That's the most common cause. Viruses can cause pneumonia. Fungus can cause pneumonia. You can get aspiration pneumonia when fluids or liquids go down the wrong way into your lungs. Or you aspirate by coughing, vomiting, and you get stuff back down in your lungs. So all those can cause pneumonia, not just bacteria.
And Dr. Winter, we talked about how common pneumonia is, and you gave us that encouraging news that most people do pretty well with it. Can we talk about treatment? If you do contract pneumonia, how is it treated?
Yeah, well, antibiotics work well with it. You need to get early with that, so be aware that pneumonia can be lurking, and a cough can be from many different things, anything that irritates the throat. But here are the signs might think you have pneumonia. If the cough really gets severe, bringing up lots of discolored sputum, that's a clue. If you get short of breath, if you get weak, confused perhaps, high spiking fevers, any of those symptoms, get in touch with medical authorities. You may need to be treated for pneumonia.
And we're in that time of year, especially, parents are kind of thinking it's like that cold and flu season, people are getting sick. What can we do to decrease our chances of getting pneumonia, especially this time of year?
Yeah, there are pneumonia vaccines that work very well. They're recommended for adults age 50 and older and anyone younger who has chronic lung disease or has a weak immune system. Also, influenza can lead to pneumonia, so a flu shot once a year can also help you. So pneumonia is out there. It's usually not so bad, but you want to get treated early. Our condolences go out to the Diane Keaton family. She was such a wonderful actress. I loved her in Annie Hall and The Godfather. We wish her and her family well.
We do.
Thank you, Morgan.
We do. I really liked her in Something's Gotta Give. Dr. Winter, thank you so much for your time, especially this time of year. It is top of mind for so many folks. We appreciate you.